Right. Welcome to my very short, probably, prediction for UFC 308. I am going to do a whole main card prediction, but I'm not going to go into it with many detail. I'll do detail for the main event. Sharaputin Magomedov versus Arman Petrosian. I'm going to go Shara Magomedov. Late finish, maybe a decision. Leroy Murphy versus Dan Ige. Leroy Murphy by decision. Don't think he's submitting Dan Ige. And Dan Ige is quite tough, so I'm not sure he'll stop him on the feet. If he isn't stopping Edson Barboza on the feet. Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. I'm gonna lean Magomed Ankalaev on this one. It is a good fight. Rakic does definitely have a shot, but Magomed Ankalaev is very, very good. And Rob Whittaker versus Hamzat Chimaev. Now this is something I have a bit to say about. Hamzat Chimaev's last performance was a bit underwhelming against Kamaru Usman, but what I want to say about that is that a lot of people believe he gassed out. He did gas out, right? But I want to explain why I kind of think he gassed out. It's because he kind of came into that first round against Kamaru Usman, and let's be honest, he dominated that first round. And I think what would happen there is obviously Hamzat's always working hard to get someone to the ground. He's relentless, right? But Usman, being such the experienced wrestler he is, just knew where to place his weight and just to make it that much harder for Hamzat, right? That's what I think happened. I think Usman just had an awareness about him to know where to place his weight, even though he's not winning the round, to make it like a lot harder for Hamzat, which is a skill I don't think Rob Whittaker possesses. And even on the feet, Hamzat's got a decent jab. I just think he can use that jab to kind of stop the blitz of Rob Whittaker, like we saw Du Plessis done. And I think the takedown is there off the blitz, right? You can just go right underneath it, take him to the ground. And I think once it gets to the ground, it's really Chimaev's world, and it's really Chimaev's fight to win. So I'm going to go Hamzat Chimaev. Second round submission, I think. Second round submission. Then the main event, Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. This fucking cunt, Ilia Topuria. I like him, honestly, but this is such an interesting fight because I feel like both men kind of have the styles to beat each other. Like if you're gonna pick someone to beat Max Holloway, it's gonna be a powerful guy who's gonna know how to close the distance, who's gonna know how to land fast, accurate shots, right? But if you think of a guy who's gonna be able to beat Ilia Topuria, it's a guy with good movement on the outside, some decent kicks, and good cardio to kind of take him into deep waters. It's a fucking brilliant fight, but I think originally went with Max Holloway, then I kind of leaned Ilia Topuria, then I'm kind of leaning Max Holloway again. But at the end of the day, whoever you pick, you're not really wrong, are you? Like at this stage, because it is such a 50-50 fight. So here's the thing. Here's the thing with Max. Volk was trying to kick and move on the outside, and look what happened to him. He did get caught. Topuria in that round one was getting closer and closer, and round two was getting closer and closer. It's like when Max, fucking cat man, when Max gets to the cage, what's he gonna do? My thought was clinch and kind of hold, stall it out, get off, break, get back to the center, continue working, right? It's tricky because I think the kicks are there. I think that spinning back kick is there. I think it's there to the face. But Topuria is so good at closing that distance, and I don't think he can knock out Holloway. But I know for a fact there's almost a contingency there with Topuria where he is the better grappler. I know it's not been on full display in a lot of Ilia Topuria's fights, but him submitting Bryce Mitchell was a big fucking deal, right? Bryce Mitchell's very good on the ground. That's a big fucking deal. Max is decent on the ground, but he's nothing special, right? He gets the job done. But Topuria is very, very good. He's probably better there than he is on the feet, maybe. He's very good on the feet. He's a well-rounded fighter. The thing is, I'm going to go Max. I'm going to go Max by decision. But I'm not certain on it at all. Because, like, we saw Poirier get his respect at lightweight, right? I know this isn't at lightweight, and I know Max is at a full camp to prepare. He's, in best shape he's probably ever been in. But Topuria's just got that kind of power, and the weight cut's tough, right? The weight cut, it looked decent for him, but it's arguably just as bad as going up to lightweight. Kind of, not unfit, but, not acclimatized to the weight, right? It's arguably just as bad. So Ilya could probably still get the respect, but it's landing those clean shots because Max defensively, ever since the second Volkanovski fight, has been actually, he's been quite good. Outside of the maybe the Yair fight and the third Volk fight, where he came in the same game plan as he did in the second Volk fight, which is something you don't want to do against Volk. He's been pretty defensively sound other than the Yair fight. And the Yair fight was a perfect demonstration of why he's got such a fucking granite chin. Do you know what I mean? The run he's on right now is very good. Arnold Allen, Korean Zombie, and Justin Gaethje, putting two of them out cold. He does definitely have power. I wouldn't recommend him sitting on any of his shots this time. Like, here's the thing with Topuria. We don't, like, Max is, one of his main attributes is his cardio. We don't know where Topuria is at. I know he's gone 5 rounds with Josh Emmett, right? But he went 5 rounds with Josh Emmett where he dictated the pace completely. Max ain't going to let him dictate the pace. Right? It's not like Volk, where he didn't really get a foothold in the fight, right? He had a good one-on-one and, was done. You could see from round 1 how Topuria was going to get him with his chin floating, right, when he's pulling back. But Max got the long legs, I think I'm going to go with Max. I think you can just keep him off of him with the kicks. I think I've just got breaking news about Khamzat. I'm going to check that. I'm going to fucking check that. I think it's fine. I think it was a late notification from when he weighed in. Yeah, it's just like Max has got good kicks. He has got good hands, not better hands than Topuria. It's a good fight. It's a really good fight, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna go Max. I think you can keep him off of him with the kicks. I think he can get better as the fight goes on. I think he can maybe up the chances of him getting a late finish, because Topuria hasn't been at this level in terms of deep waters, right? If Max can drag him into deep waters, could Volk drag him into deep waters after that Makhachev fight? Probably not. Could Josh Emmett drag him into deep waters? Fuck no. Could Bryce Mitchell? Fuck no. Could fucking, what's his name, Jai Herbert? A little bit, kind of. But that goes into my point about the good kicks, right? Because Jai Herbert head kicked him. Max got a very good head kick. That's there on Topuria. You drop Volk with a head kick. I think if I had to say how it's going to go, gun to my head, even though I flip-flopped a couple of times, I'm going to go Max Holloway by decision. I think he's going to keep him off him with the kicks. I think he's going to start the fight off focused. I think he's going to get in there. He's going to be working off his kicks, working around the outside, just focusing on every time he was getting back up to the cage, getting to the centre of the cage, still working off his kicks. And I think he's going to look to kind of open up with the boxing later on when he starts to kind of overwhelm Topuria with that pace and pressure. Maybe not pressure, but that pace, Sorry this is messy, but this is such a sick fight. And the prediction is, it's one of the toughest predictions I've ever done. I am honestly a fan of both. I know he knocked out Volk, right, which stings, but, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great fucking fight. See ya. Goodbye.